Good morning, Bertrand. Thank you for joining us. You're in the beautifully sunny south of France in Provence this morning, and I'm joining you from Dublin, which is also sunny. And you are the winemaker for Whispering Angel. So we're going to talk this morning about Whispering Angel and Rock Angel. And thank you very much for joining us. So Bertrand, the first thing I want to ask you was how long you've been the winemaker for Whispering Angel at the Cave de l'Escan.
So I have been working at Château d'Esclans as winemaker since 2011, but I knew the estate since Mr. Lichin bought it in 2006, and when he asked to my father to be his consultant.
Okay. And tell me, had you been making rosé wine at another estate, or did you have experience of making rosé wine anywhere else?
Yes, because I have a family estate in Bordeaux, in Fronsac appellation. So I make red wines, but I make also rosé since 1995. And I was also consultant for other estates in Bordeaux or in Provence before. So to make rosé, white, and red wines.
Okay. And I mean, Whispering Angel is a massive team effort, isn't it? Because it's about the growers, it's about the people who are working in the winery, it's about the people who are working in vineyards. And it's basically, it must be wonderful to be part of a team that's bringing such an important wine together across the world really now at this stage.
Yes. I'm very proud to work for such a estate at Château d'Esclans. But can you repeat the question, please? Because I'm not sure to.
I'm just asking about what it feels like to work in the team there, making Whispering Angel, because it's an important team project, if you like, from the growers who are growing the grapes to the winemaking, to your marketing team, to your distribution team around the world. It must be fantastic and interesting to work in such a diverse, but also a team who's committed to such an important world wine these days.
Yes. No, it's for me. It was a wonderful opportunity to work in such a state, and I'm very proud to be able to contribute to this. And working for a wine like that, it gives you a lot of energy and the desire to always do better, vintage after vintage.
I can imagine. And tell me, in terms of the climate in Provence is obviously almost perfect for grape growing, but are there challenges with the climate in the south of France to make Whispering Angel and Rock Angel?
But you know, the climate in Provence, and particularly in Château d'Esclans, the climate is marked. You know, the winters are quite cold, but sunny, and spring and summer are hot usually and dry, with stormy episodes. But the temperatures are not very excessive in summer because we are close to the Mediterranean Sea. So actually we never have temperatures over 35 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so the ocean has quite a moderating influence on the vineyards.
Yes.
And that must be important for the acidity in the wine as well.
Exactly, and something is very important. It's the temperature in the night.
Okay.
And the temperature in the night are quite cold, and it is very important to have aromas and to keep freshness in the wine.
the diurnal temperature, then the variation is quite large, is it, between day and night?
It could be. It depends for
Okay.
each vintage and with the season, but yes, and also we are in the valley, and we are at 70 meters of altitude, so
Okay.
it's also a good point.
Okay. So 70 meters of altitude, 700 meters?
Yes.
700.
No.
70.
70.
70. Okay. So some
Yes.
altitude, but then
Yes.
the sea raises. And
Yes.
do you ever have to worry about over ripening of the grapes, or is it something that just because it's quite, you have the influence of the ocean, that you don't have to worry about that type of thing?
Yes. Yes. It's not a real danger because we have we have a very good organization, so we are able to do the harvest in 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay.
And we have mainly Grenache. Grenache for us, it's the most important varieties.
Okay.
And, how can I say? Some varieties, they have the good maturity for example, Merlot, it's only 1 week. But
Okay.
for Grenache, to have the best maturity. But for Grenache, it's between 2 and 3 weeks.
Okay.
And after it depends, yes, and it depends also with the quality of the soil. So some Grenache have the best maturity before other plots, because we purchase grapes not only close to the chateau, so we have different terroirs, and for example, we have a lot of plots 20 kilometers in the north of the chateau, and the maturity comes between 10 and 50 days after. So it's for the quality, it's perfect for us.
And is there pressure? There must be pressure at harvest time, just in terms of balancing which plot gets harvested when that's arriving at the cellar, what days you're going to be effectively pressing from different parts of the region? Or do you feel at this stage it's a very oiled machine and you know what's happening and you've got everything planned out? Or there must still be some pressure, I imagine.
Yes, but with experience, I have less pressure than 20 years ago, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, you know what you're doing now.
Yes, and after I like to be honestly, we are ready to begin the harvest beginning of August.
Okay.
So it's perfect because if you are ready, you don't have the pressure.
Yeah.
And you have the time to visit the plots, to taste the berries, and to be quiet. So it's okay. But after when the day after day, when the harvest are closer, I feel the pressure. But honestly, it's a good pressure because it's a positive. I call it the positive pressure. Yeah. Because the harvest is a culmination of a year of work, and so it's exciting.
There's
and
energy.
Yes, and so it's a positive question, and it's a question. How can I say? It gives you the feeling to improve and to do the best. So
it must be a great buzz when it all starts to happen every year.
Yes, exactly. So, but honestly, I am also very happy when the harvest is over, and when I don't have to worry about the weather, because the weather it's always a big challenge, and we don't manage the weather.
No, exactly. So when it's over, you can say, let it rain. You don't care.
Exactly, and I like this feeling. And you know,
Yeah.
the day when we finish the harvest, it's one of my favorite day in the year.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Have a nice glass of wine and some nice food.
Exactly.
So talking of a nice glass of wine then, this Whispering Angel, it's, I think we can probably say it's a cult wine around the globe at this stage. Its popularity is such that it's poured and makes its way to so many different countries. But I would love to hear from you, Bernard, the winemaker, what you're trying to make with Whispering Angel. What type of wine are you trying to make? And obviously we have the wine here for tasting as well. So interesting to just hear from you what kind of wine that it is you're trying to create.
Yeah, but it's at the creation when Mr. Lynne makes the first vintage. He said we have to with my father, and they decided to make a wine they like, because it's very important to make a wine you like. And so Whispering Angel, it's a classic rosé of Provence with freshness and fruit. And but another point very important for Whispering Angels is that we want to have a wine with a deep wine, you know, a wine with a density in the mousse, because some rosé in Provence are just aromatic, but in the mousse they not have a structure, you know. And for us, it's very important to have a rosé, good rosé in the mousse, because the most important in the tasting, it's the quality of the wine in the mouth.
And the
So it's
grapes,
very important.
there's
Yes.
Grenache, Fanso, and Coyle or Vermentino. Are you able to say which each grape brings to the blend? What each grape brings to the personality of the wine?
Yes, but the Grenache is the most important variety for us.
Okay.
It's the backbone of the wine. And in terms of aroma, Grenache always give fresh aromas, ranging from the classic red fruit side to the, and it could be also more exuberant, citrus or exotic. But after it depends with the majority, the maturity, the quality of the soil, because you know we always talk about varieties, but I think that the most important is talk about varieties and quality of soil.
Okay.
Because, for example, if you have a sandy soil or a soil with limestone or with clay, the quality of the wine will be totally different.
Okay. So you're balancing just the variety, but the soil from which it's grown, really.
Yes, and yes, it is very important. And after Grenache in the mousse, it's a wine. It's a variety is very important because you have density, but you don't have a tannic side. You know, you don't have aggressivity. It's very important, and the Grenache give also crunchiness. It's smooth, not aggressive, with a good acidity, positive acidity. So it's for us, it's the best variety.
And it's quite textural. The wine has some nice texture.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes.
Okay.
And after roll, so in terms of aromatic roll, it depends. Honestly, with the vintages, some vintages with the roll, you have a fruit side very developed, And for some other vintages, you have aromas more floral or but always interesting.
Okay. So brings a bit of quirky personality to the wine.
Yes. It's
Okay.
very different.
Interesting.
And after in the mousse, the roll it's more fat than the Grenache,
Okay.
but it's never heavy. Never heavy. It keeps freshness, but it's more
Okay.
fat than the Grenache.
So a lively variety.
Yes. Very, very interesting.
Okay.
And after for the we have also Senso.
Also, yes.
Yeah, so Senso aromatically it's discreet, honestly. Not a very you don't have a lot of aromas, but the main contribution of this variety is the fatness and the length in the mousse. But if you want to have a good Senso, you have to check and to control the yield in the vineyard.
Okay. Otherwise, its personality isn't so defined, I guess, if the yield is too high.
Yeah, exactly. If the yield is too high, the quality is so.
And this is a bit of a cheeky question, Bernard, but I think we're getting some understanding in terms of the intricacies of the vineyards, in terms of the grapes, and why Whispering Angel is such an expensive wine. But you probably, maybe we could say that it's reassuringly expensive because you are using top sites, you're using, good vineyard sites, and there's a lot of energy goes into making sure that the quality is exceptional. Is that fair to say?
Yes, but I think Whispering Angel is not expensive. It's not very expensive
Okay.
This is the price of the quality, and the price for a wine. I think it's always subjective.
Yeah.
But, and after, if I look in terms of economy, we have invested a lot in all our facilities and equipments to control and to improve the quality. And honestly, the facilities are very expensive. Very expensive.
Yeah.
And also another point, very important, we want to buy the best grapes, and we pay the how can I say, we pay the best price, to have the best grapes.
Yeah.
So when I talk with a wine grower, I don't talk about the price, I talk about the quality.
And the reality is that to create a wine like this that is consistent every year and that people enjoy in top restaurants as well as a picnic at the beach, the reality is that the quality has to be exceptional. So therefore you have to have good grapes, you have to have good sites. So yes, completely understand what you're saying. So tell us about Rock Angel then. How did Rock Angel come about?
So the first vintage of Rock Angel was 2016.
Okay.
So Rock Angel, it's like a super Whispering Angel.
Okay.
The style is very close, so it's a lot of freshness, of aromas, but in the same time, very good wine with density. And if I do the comparison with Whispering Angel, Rock Angel in terms of winemaking, 1/3 of Rock Angel is fermented and aged in big barrels, in demi-muit.
Okay.
And demi-muits, big barrels of 600 liters.
And is that French oak, Bernard, that's used for the Rock Angel?
Yes, it's French. Only French wood. And this kind of vinification gives more density of the wine.
But the impact is quite subtle on the wine, isn't it? Because of the large oak format, and then it's a small percentage that's aged in oak, or the fermentation's in oak.
Yes.
The influence is quite a subtle influence on Rock Angel. Is that fair?
Yeah. Yes. But we have also we keep 2/3 of classic vinification in stainless steel vat to have more to have freshness, aromas, and after at the end of the aging, we blend the part aged in barrel, and the part aged in stainless steel vats.
Okay. It's a really nice, it's a nice evolution from Whispering Angel to the Rock Angel. And maybe it's a good food wine. I would suggest Rock Angel goes very well with food.
Yeah, exactly. So, but for me, Rock Angel or Whispering Angel, you can drink them when you eat, but not also when you want.
Okay, no, that's fair. Whenever you want, it's fair enough. So tell me, in Provence, what food would you match with Whispering Angel?
Oh, so with Whispering Angel, it's very easy, but usually with the Rosé, the Rosé has a big advantage. It has no tannins and a level of acidity important in comparison to red wine, for example. And this acidity allows him to match with a very different cuisine. You can eat Whispering Angel with a salad, with fish, with spicy cuisine. It's not a problem. Maybe just one point, but it's my opinion. It's with the cheese. For me, maybe it's a little difficult.
Okay.
And maybe you can enjoy Whispering Angel by itself. Yeah. But with friends.
Absolutely. And Rock Angel, would you suggest the same types of food with Rock Angel?
Oh yes, because Rock Angel it's I say it's a super Whispering Angel. It's like a selection.
Special cuvée.
Yeah, exactly. But classic rosé.
Okay. Well, one final question, Bernard. Thank you for joining us. But one final question would be, how does it feel for you as a winemaker to be making a wine that is poured in every corner of the globe? Such a popular wine, an iconic wine at this stage, really. And to do that with a rosé wine is quite an exceptional, job. So how does it feel as the winemaker?
Oh, but it's always a pleasure when you I love my job to make wine, and the best compliment for a winemaker, it's when I receive an email or a phone call to people and when they say they like the wine. In fact, it's the best compliment, and because you give pleasure to the people, because wine I think wine it's pleasure, and it's a pleasure that you share with people.
Absolutely. Well, we're very delighted that you're sharing the pleasure with us. And as you say, Whispering Angel and Rock Angel are wines to try whenever you want and whatever occasion that you have. So thank you for bringing them to us, and thank you very much for taking the time out of a busy schedule at this time of year in the vineyards to have a chat with us about your wines. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and you're welcome to visit us and to see the vineyard, the chateau, and to taste all the wines.
That would be wonderful. Thank you.